What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel where we talk about how to build credit, how to establish relationships with banks and financial institutions, and most importantly, how to get you access to high limit credit funding. If that's something you like to listen to, we welcome you to subscribe. Otherwise, you can support our channel if you like, share, or comment down below. It helps our content get out to a wider audience, and we greatly appreciate the support. As a reminder, don't forget to hit that notification bell to get the latest alerts on all the content and videos that we drop on the Credit Plug channel. So for today's video, I wanted to just do a review, just kind of a recap on an institution that we reviewed several months ago. Now, on our channel, we've done a lot of credit union reviews, and one of the reasons why I really like credit unions is because they offer a ton of great products. Speaking of credit unions, I've done a couple polls in the past, and it's just overwhelming consensus that the best credit union out there is Navy Federal Credit Union. However, I believe there's a credit union out here that actually offers better products across the board, and that's Andrews Federal Credit Union. Now, I know this is going to draw up a lot of pushback and controversy, but just looking at things objectively, obviously we know Navy Federal Credit Union is the largest credit union out here, right? There's no disputing that. They're the biggest credit union, and they probably will be for a very, very long time. However, I do think there are other institutions that offer some better types of products, or maybe just a more diverse range of products when it comes to credit cards, loans, lines of credit on both personal and business. So the institution that I think has better products overall is going to be Andrews Federal Credit Union, and I'm about to jump into all of the reasons why I believe that's the case. So let's switch over real quick to their website. All right, so we're on the Andrews Federal Credit Union website. So reason number one why I believe Andrews Federal Credit Union is better than Navy Federal, right? And this is going to be with the membership eligibility. So like Navy Federal, Andrews is also a military friendly credit union. However, Navy Federal has much more restrictive eligibility requirements, right? So we see here on the Andrews eligibility, right? So there's several different ways that you become eligible, right? Either by being employed by one of their employer groups, if you live, work, or worship in the Washington, D.C., and for most people, number three, if you are or you wish to be a member of the American Consumer Council, I've gone over this many times before. American Consumer Council is going to get you eligibility into a lot of different institutions, especially credit unions. So it's definitely a good long-term investment. And then the rest of these are just based off of specific some type of relationship to Andrews Air Force Base, either active duty or civilian personnel. So yeah, there's it's pretty much wide open. So that's number one. The number one reason why I think Andrews is better than Navy Federal. Now let's start on the business side, right? So Andrews is going to have much more products. I would say on both sides, right? So on the business side, you have business lines of credit, right? So their unsecured business lines of credit go up to $75,000. Now, Navy Federal does have unsecured lines of credit. However, the unsecured lines of credit with Navy Federal are going to be much harder to obtain, especially for newer businesses. So Navy Federal's application process is just a little bit more intensive. And so here, right, 75,000. And then they also, this right here is a great product right here, secured lines of credit, right? And I spoke to one of the lenders. So you can get up to 80% of the value of collateral. So if you have a business, you can pledge like any real estate that the business might hold, or any equipment, vehicles. They'll give you up to 80% of the value of the collateral in the form of a line of credit. So that's really, really powerful. So let's say you had a cash flowing real estate investment property, right, that you owned outright. Instead of, taking out like a HELOC or, anything like that, you can pledge that as, and you could pledge personal real estate as well. Um, as collateral, they'll give you 80% of the value of that in the form of a business line of credit. You could take that line of credit and go do whatever you want to do with it. So that's another great product as well. And then you can also get, they also have commercial vehicles as well. I'm not going to go dive too deeply in it. So you can get commercial vehicle loans, commercial mortgages, and then in addition to that, they also have a business rewards credit card, right? Navy Federal also has one too. So, this is pretty good. They have a introductory rate for the first 12 months of 3.25%, $99 annual fee waived for the first year, and then the credit limits go up to $50,000 on the credit card, on the business credit card. So already you could see that Andrews has more products on the business side. So they're going to have, business lines of credit, signature loans as well, vehicle loans. So you can get a signature loan up to $75,000 as well, with terms as long as 72 months. But now let's go jump over on the personal side, and this is really where I think Andrews really distinguishes itself. So let's first look at the credit cards first. Let's look at the credit cards first, right? So they have a pretty, good lineup of credit cards. Now they don't have as many credit cards as Navy Federal, but they do have basically everything to kind of fit your needs, right? So off break, right? You see right here this Platinum Rewards secured Visa credit card, right? So Navy Federal does have the N Rewards, which I love. That's a great credit card. However, look at this. Build credit while earning rewards with a $500 security deposit and no credit check, right? So, no credit check for the secured credit card. That's a game changer because you're able to get a bank issued account without a credit check. It's going to report on your credit, and you're also building up internal data points. So, in my opinion, this is going to be slightly better than the N rewards, right? The N rewards, the minimum you have to put down is 200. But really, I mean, other than that, it's not that much different, right? 1x points on all purchases. The M Rewards also provides that as well. And then some of the other credit cards as well, right? They have this Simplicity Visa credit card. Let's look at the details of this. So this is 0% for 6 months on for the first 90 days. So I mean, these are competitive, 7.49% APR, and I like how they also show you on their credit cards what the credit level you need to be at. So here you see for the Platinum Rewards, right? It's rebuilding. Simplicity Visa credit card, fair credit, and then the Platinum Rewards fair credit, and then the Titan Rewards Visa signature card, good credit. Now, in terms of the rewards, so this gives 3x points on gas and groceries, 1.5 points on all others. So that's fairly decent. Pretty low APRs as well. They have the travel accident insurance, auto rental insurance. So they have all. If you look, they have all of these things too on the secured card, right? Emergency assistance, auto rental, travel accident insurance. Of course, the signature Visa card is going to have a lot more, right? No annual fees on any of these cards, no balance transfer fees on any of these cards. So I would say, Navy Federal might have the slight edge, if we're just talking about personal credit cards. But what really sets Andrews apart is going to be their other loans and things like that. So let's look at the personal loans and lines because this is really where Andrews is going to set apart from Navy Federal. So you have personal signature loans up to 50,000 with terms as long as 84 months, right? Premier line of credit, lines of credit up to $50,000. Now, Navy Federal does not have anything equivalent. And this is probably one of the biggest things, right? Navy Federal does not have a personal line of credit, whereas Andrews has a personal line of credit that goes up to $50,000. And one of the great things about personal lines of credit is that you can pull cash off of them. You can liquidate up to the entire, amount of the credit line. And that's one of the great things about, the credit lines is that they're a lot more flexible, right? Because some things you can't pay with a credit card. And it just provides a lot more flexibility, right? You don't have to come up with all different creative ways of trying to pull cash off a credit card, which there are ways, and I'll do a separate video about that. So they also have shared secured loans up to $100,000, right? Navy Federal has something very similar. And then they also have this cash to go. So this is an option for people who may be trying to rebuild their credit, or they just don't want to undergo a credit check. So as you can see here, the cash to go, you can get up to $500, right, with no credit check. Again, no credit check. Now there are other stipulations, right? You have to be a member for at least 90 days, and you're going to have at least must have a direct deposit for 2 months from the same employer. So I mean, overall, like I said, Navy Federal doesn't have anything comparable to this, a no credit check loan, unsecured loan. And so this is a great product, right? So already we see they have two products where you can get without having to get a credit check. So what you can theoretically do is you can get $500 from this cash to go loan and go put it into a secure credit card. So right there, you have two primary accounts where you're not undergoing any credit check. Now, like I said, I love Navy Federal's N Rewards credit card, but unfortunately, they do hard pull you for that. Andrews is not going to do that. So that's another great aspect of this. And then they also have a separate overdraft line of credit. Now, Navy Federal does have overdraft lines of credit, but a lot of institutions, they'll either bundle the line of credit and the overdraft line of credit together so that it's the same product. Andrews has a separate overdraft line of credit and a separate line of credit, each for its own separate purpose, which is one thing that I really, really like. Um, and so, yeah, we're looking at the other loan products. When you take out the credit cards, right? Andrews has an overdraft line of credit. They have a no credit check cash to go loan, right? They have a shared secured loan, just as Navy. They have a premier line of credit. And then, they also have the signature loans. So, when you look at the personal and you look at the business, it appears to me that Andrews Federal Credit Union is offering more in terms of their products. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, right? A lot of people love Navy Federal. I love Navy Federal. Don't get me wrong, right? But I think, a lot of people probably have that opinion just kind of being biased. Navy Federal gave you your first high limit credit card. Same here. The first five-figure credit limit that I got was from Navy Federal. But in addition, one of the reasons why, we do these videos on these different institutions is just to give you insight, right, on different institutions that you probably never heard of or maybe haven't considered. So, I'm really, doing this to show you that there's other institutions out here that have great products. So, definitely get out there and kind of explore some of these different options. There may be an option at another financial institution that, may be a good fit for you, but you have to kind of consider that. But yeah, this is my case for why I think Andrews has, some better products and actually more products when you're looking at personal and business. So Andrews is definitely a contender. I know, you know, everyone's probably not going to agree with me on this one, but this is just my case, just to kind of show you guys some of the advantages that Andrews Federal Credit Union has over Navy Federal Credit Union. So that's all I really wanted to cover for today's video. Let me know your comments down below. I'm sure there's going to be a ton. But yeah, until next time, y'all take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.